Alright guys, we are on day 8 of 14 days of VG-10. This is going to be part of a new thing I'm going to do about budget type stuff. Be it stones, knives, whatever it may be. This is a King 250 1000 grit combination stone. I did touch up VG-10 on the 1000 grit side Friday morning. I did cut a whole bunch of chunks of rubber from something else to use for a different project at work. Then I had to do some scraping, so this did need a touch up. Now, usually on the weekend I don't do a ton of cutting, but this past weekend we ended up cleaning some things out at the house. I ended up cutting way more than I thought I was going to. Because of that, I have a whole bunch of places along here, especially up here in the front, that are really reflecting light off the apex. As you can see, you can make it cut paper, but it's not doing too well. So what I'm going to do is I figure I'll go ahead and show how the stone works. This is currently available. It is under $20 on Amazon, and I think it works pretty good. I've probably done maybe 25-30 knives on here. It is getting close for me to need to flatten it again, but it's still fine for what I need to do today. Like anything else, I'm just going to go ahead and hit it on the 250 grit side, get my burr on both sides, then flip over, hit it a little bit on the 1000. I don't want to do too much. I want to keep as much bite in it as possible for using it. Now, I did previously soak this. I do just have some water to keep it wet while I'm doing this. And for any of you, I know that plenty of us that do EDC things are older. I have arthritis pretty bad in my hands. For those of you that don't know, I did have to really adjust my sharpening technique to be able to freehand anymore. I can't do it the way that I used to, but I did find a way. So for any of you that may be having a problem doing it, just try something new until you find something that works for you and allows you to be able to sharpen again. Now, the other thing is I did initially, rather than finding a way how to freehand, I just went straight for the guided system. It worked out fine for me, but for those of you that don't know, there is as much of a learning curve with a guided system as if you have no idea how to sharpen freehand. Yes, it seems pretty straightforward. You clamp it, you set it up, you sharpen. However, it's not always that easy. All right, I don't know how well this is going to focus because of the way the lights are out here in the shop. As you can see, I do have a burr all the way from the tip all the way back to the plunge grind here. So you saw how quick that took. Quick. It's a great stone for basic, simple steels. Gonna go ahead and hit the other side now, and then we'll move on to the 1000. And yes, I would love to be able to switch hands. That would be ideal. However, I'm just not there with it. What works for me, doing right hand always holding the knife, does not translate. I have not figured out a good way to do left-handed. I can, it just does not come out the way that I would like it to. And no, you do not want to run off the end of the stone like that. All right, now that I got all the way, the entire bevel, I have a burr along the entire apex. Gonna go ahead and do some deburring strokes, flip it over, and hit the 1000. And guys, like I said, the reason I'm not telling you a whole lot is this is not a how to sharpen. This is just to show how this inexpensive Kingstone actually works. So 250 grit, no strop yet. Already way better than what I started with. Now, as you guys saw, the 250 grit side does cut pretty quick on just about. I haven't tried to sharpen anything crazy on this. I did do some Kershaw M390 on it just to see if it would do it. It will sharpen it. The problem is the apex, because of the type of stone, it just does not last. It goes away pretty quick. Now, the 1000 grit side compared to the 250 grit coarse side, this does cut quite a bit slower. So I do have a burr all the way across. That is what my edge is looking like. So that's it. Even talking to you guys, making this video. We're just about at 15 minutes right now. So totally off the stone without a strop. If you have a lot of budget stuff, this is definitely a good, inexpensive option for you to pick up and sharpen. I've done quite a few different budget steels on this. It does all of them easily. Gonna go ahead and strap this up real quick. And yes, I do have to replace a couple pieces of leather on my strap. I've been teaching a few people that I know and are in my family how to sharpen and strap lately, and got a few chunks of leather taken out of my 1 micron side, so I definitely need to replace that. So that's it. That's how easy that stone is to use. Gets you a nice edge in a short amount of time. $250, $1,000 King, and I don't think I mentioned yet, this is the King K80 stone. Check it out. If you want a good budget stone for any of your basic steels, this works awesome. If you guys are interested in seeing what else will sharpen on this, 1095, anything along those lines, let me know. I may even take some other stuff like that M390, sharpen it on this, then actually run a test to see what the difference between the edge you will get off of this and the edge that I get to test off of doing a full diamond progression is. But if you have any questions about it, let me know. The King K80, 250, 1000 grit. Believe it's like $19.31. Check it out if you want something good and cheap. That's all I have. As always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.